These three toxic RINO senators may oppose Hegseth's confirmation after 11th hour hit piece affidavit with new allegations dropped. Now, it's funny, just as a standard operating procedure in corporate media, here's what happened. The sister or ex-sister-in-law of Pete Hegseth claimed that he was abusive to her sister, his ex-wife. They run the story, okay? They put a good chunk of the story beneath a paywall. Okay, and they have that prerogative. The top part of the story that's not behind the paywall tells you Pete Hegseth's a monster. He like beat his ex-wife and all this other stuff. It was terrible. If you pay for it, then you can get to the bottom of the article. And at the bottom of the article, it says, and by the way, the ex-wife completely denies any of these allegations. But this report, of course, that has now been given to senators is apparently enough of an excuse for the RINOs, the biggest RINOs. There's a lot of RINOs in the U.S. Senate amongst the Republicans, a lot of uniparty swamp members. But the three biggest, the three most evil, they're already expressing interest in not voting to support him. In which case, it's funny that we're probably going to get, Pete Hegseth is probably going to get confirmed thanks to, guess who? John Fetterman, of all people. This article comes from the Gateway Pundit by Christina Layla. The three usual RINO suspects will likely oppose Pete Hegseth's Secretary of Defense confirmation after an 11th hour affidavit with false allegations of spousal abuse against Hegseth was released. Republicans, and we use that term lightly, Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, and Susan Collins may oppose Hegseth for defense secretary, forcing Vice President JD Vance to break the tie, according to Fox News reporter Chad Pergram. Here are the details via Fox News Congress reporter. Fox has learned that unless there is a time agreement to accelerate debate on nominees, it is possible that the confirmation vote on Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth could come late Friday night or in the wee hours of Saturday morning. The key is when the Senate confirms CIA Director nominee John Ratcliffe, who is ahead of Hegseth in the queue. Fox is told to expect the vote to break the filibuster on Ratcliffe on late Thursday morning or mid tomorrow. The Senate is then afforded 2 hours of debate on that nomination. That means there's a 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time vote on Thursday to confirm Ratcliffe. Once Ratcliffe is confirmed, the Senate would then vote to break the filibuster on Hegseth on Thursday afternoon. If the Senate breaks the filibuster, that would then trigger up to 30 hours of debate. If all time is used, final confirmation on Hegseth could come late Friday night or early Saturday morning. Bottom line is, two things. Number one, you got the RINOs trying to stop Hegseth's nomination. They hate him. They're looking for a reason to stop him. You've got Mitch McConnell, who, praise God, is no longer Senate Majority Leader. His little minion John Thune is, but whatever. At least McConnell's not running the show, or at least his handlers aren't running the show. But he's coming out against Hegseth. You've got other people, Murkowski and Collins, the two. They've never been Republicans. They're not even remotely close to being Republicans. They're pro-abortion, anti-American. They're idiots. They're Democrats that pretend to be Republicans. Of course, they're probably going to vote against him. And they said JD Vance. I don't think it's going to come to JD Vance. I don't think there's going to be a 50-50 tie. I think it'll end up being John Fetterman will make it 49-51. Fetterman will cross the line and prove that he is more patriotic, more America-loving than those three RINOs. Join me live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern on X at JD Rucker, or go to jdrucker.com/rumble and get to my Rumble channel.